Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the 808 podcast where we take business owners, CEOs, marketing directors, whoever else I feel like. It's 4 questions at 8 minutes and 8 seconds because 808 looks like Bob, and here we go. Question number 1, a few sentences. Tell me who you are and what do you do?
My name is Alex Poon. I am the CEO and co-founder of NorthShore.AI. We are a knowledge network for your company's existing knowledge base, bringing them superpowers.
Love it, right and to the point. Number 2, Alex, what advice would you like to share? Go.
So with a lot of team working remotely, and even with as we start to go back to work, we're still going to be a lot of people sticking with remote or moving into some sort of hybrid. So I want to share a technique called RFC, where I've used before in my prior companies in helping the team make a distributed decision while being able to not having everybody in the same meeting all the time, yet keeping people in the loop.
Perfect. So how do you do that?
Okay, so the whole point of that is putting a process together to help the team write things down so that we can have a sort of asynchronous discussion across the team. So this process is originated from actually back when we were building the AppNet in the 1960s. And it's more engineering oriented, but it's really applicable to across all teams. So first of all, what you do is having an owner or a team of owner to get started in drafting the decision, documenting like the background, the context, and so on. Once you have some, skeleton of a draft, oftentimes they will work with some stakeholder to get some back and forth on like, does it make sense to iron out some of the initial kinks? And then you can move it into a proposed state. At that point where you will share that doc, that written down decision or proposed decision with the larger group and be able to initiate that discussion both asynchronously and in meetings if you need it. So what happened is that usually people will say, let's say you use a Google Docs for this particular decision. And when I say decision, think about things like making a call as a company. Should we go back to the office full time?
Right.
Or we are looking into introducing a free plan in our SaaS product, right? So those are the things that has cross-cutting impact, information that you are trying to gather from different functions. And now you'll be able to write that information down, or as much as you can, allowing people to comment on the doc, either through a Google Docs or some kind of Office Docs. But of course, sometimes certain things are so complex that you need to bring the team together into a small meeting, but only to discuss a specific set of points instead of trying to get everybody up to speed and then rediscuss everything that's related to the information. So using that centralized document as your point of source of truth in making that decision and be able to resolve a lot of the conflict along the way.
No, that makes a lot of sense there. I love that. It is time for question number 3. Alex, time for shout outs. Who are you shouting out?
So my shout out for Jason Griffith, who is the co-founder and co-CEO at SiteComply, a startup that he actually was acquired a while back. And he's an advisor at NorthShore.AI.
Perfect. I'll look him up there. Number 4, final fun question. Alex, tell me about your first sale.
So NorthShore.AI is my third company. Under my first company, we were selling a recommendation system to publishers, specifically to the editorial teams. And what we did was we actually worked out of the New York Daily News newsroom. And on a regular basis, on a weekly basis, we will show off our tool as we're developing to the head editor-in-chief at the New York Daily News on a regular basis to get that feedback. And took us really 3+ months to both develop the product, but as well as to iterate and learn from the real usage and feedback before we feel comfortable enough to say that let's start a real pay beta, which then turned into a true SaaS contract.
Awesome. Love that there. Yeah. It's always so interesting when you're working on something and you think this is what the customers want, and they say, nope, we want something else.
Yeah, but definitely that process certainly helped us a lot, and certainly I continue to leverage that as much as I can whenever introducing new product or building new companies, because exactly like you have some idea, even though you might be the user, that the rest of the world might use your tool very, very differently.
Love it there. So Alex, you've got 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. So a couple things you can do. Talk a little more about RFC if you want to. You could do some promo time. You can ask me a question. You can even talk about the weather, whatever you want. Or since the best know when to be concise and when to end, we can end early. Go for it.
Okay. I'll add a little bit. One part about RFC is that not everything ends up being everybody in agreement and we move forward with the decision. So there will be times where there's so much back and forth, or there's really no true consensus or the right path forward for that particular decision. And it is possible that the team end up deciding to just scrap the RFC completely. So that is possible.
Right.
And then one last thing is that RFC is meant to help you gather feedback. It is not meant to make every decision to be a democratic decision.
Right.
So you eventually still have a decision owner that make the final decision, just with all the comments that they can gather along the way.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because you always have to have that final person that says, well, I'm the final decision maker. This is how we're going. I agree that you all disagree with me here, but here's my reasoning why, et cetera, et cetera.
Exactly.
Yeah, there we go. You do have 2 minutes left. Do you want some promo time? If not, we can end early.
Sure. Well, last thing is for NorthShore.AI, if you are working in a team, a large enough team that start to feel the pain of communication complexity, having information stored in different systems in different places and can't find them, being able to keep things document maintained and up to date, come check us out.
Perfect. You pulled it off. 4 questions in 8 minutes and 8 seconds. Alex, why is it 8 minutes and 8 seconds?
808 looks like Bob.
It does. Your website, say it real quick.
NorthShore.AI.
It's in the description. It's magic. Alex, thank you so much for being on. Tip of the hat to you.
Thank you, Bob.
You're welcome. And for everyone else watching or listening, I am legally required to tell you to like, share, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell, whatever the heck the social media network tells you to do. You all have a good one now. Talk to you later. Bye.